The question I get asked most is, how do I enjoy Minecraft more, and how can I have a world that lasts as long as yours? So today we're just going to sit back, relax, and play some Minecraft, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how you could better your experience and have a world that lasts for years even. So a lot of my viewers probably know a lot of my tricks and tips, but this is going to be more for people that might come across my channel, don't know who I am, because this is a 7-year-old world and I have almost 400 episodes. And most people can't do that. And my first tip is to make YouTube videos. Yeah, I know there's thousands and thousands of Minecraft Let's Plays, but why can't you do them? And if you have excuses like you don't like your voice, go look at my first video and look at me now. I mean, I've definitely grown over the years. But YouTube is definitely not for everyone, that's for sure. And I'm gonna be honest, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I 100% would not be playing in this world still. And that's an absolute fact. This world probably would have ended a long time ago. So I consider myself pretty lucky right now. I enjoy this world so much because I'm past that point where I can't really get bored of this world or let it go, because I've invested so much time into it and all I want to do is see it get bigger and better. And a good way to get started is to not just have one project. Don't just start building a house. Well, of course, build your house, but you want to have multiple different things to do in your world. Such as right now in this point in time, I have a giant lab I'm working on, and I just have this new museum project. But I also have many unfinished projects throughout my world, and I love having that. A lot of people disagree, but I feel like having multiple things to work on that are unfinished gives you the opportunity to stop working on something when you get bored of it and go try something else. Try approaching things you haven't really approached before, such as redstone. I actually used to really suck at redstone, but once I started understanding it more, I started finding new ways I can implement it in just your daily life of Minecraft, and it enhanced my experience in this game so much more. Don't have too many automatic farms. People always got me to try to make the automatic fish farm where you go AFK, but I would always turn that down because that makes one less thing to do in Minecraft. And that is to have that exciting feeling of getting a mending book from fishing. Speaking of mending, don't put it on every tool and armor piece you have. Of course, once you get to the point where you have that much mending, you're pretty far along in the world, but if you want your world to last a long time, don't put an end on being able to craft new tools and armor. Because putting mending on everything unless you die and lose it all pretty much puts an end to the whole cycle of creating new tools and armor. Which is why in this series, I only have mending on my first diamond pickaxe, and this one right here is actually going to be put away soon because I actually like cycling through tools and this never breaks. Build a laboratory or a place where you can actually... A place where you can actually study some of the new stuff and learn more about it. That was actually the whole purpose of this lab, to learn about new updates. If you are a fan of nostalgia like me, try collecting all of your first things in Minecraft. Of course, keep it reasonable. I didn't really pay attention to this when I first started this world, but later on I started realizing, you know what, I'm going to start doing that. So I tried doing it and I started keeping most of my first items. And don't break your tools. Once they can't be repaired anymore, put them away in a box. And that is why we are making a museum for all of our nostalgia stuff, even our first mineshaft. Build realistic, useless items, such as this windmill or this little barn. From my experience, I noticed the more realistic things I have just sitting on the side, it makes me like my world so much more for some reason. I know this all comes down to opinion. I don't have any like giant pixel art in my world or anything like that. I like my world looking realistic, but that's just the roleplay side of me. So if you're kind of like that too, cut down on all the, unrealistic looking things. Start journaling in Minecraft. Yes, not the journaling you're thinking of probably, but have a journal and write down all the useful things you need to remember, some new build projects, your friends and pets, coordinates of stuff you might have left behind or stuff you may need in the future, useful Minecraft information. Bunny escaped. No. Make a cemetery. Have lots of pets and friends in your world, and when they die, bury them and put the date on when they died. Rest in peace, Liam. Rest in peace, Buster. Rest in peace, Derpy. Oh, I still got his cookie. Because trust me, it is so fun to look back at all the things you did with the animals. I know it's just a video game, but I'm trying to help you here. And from my experience, it does enhance your playthrough. Another big one for me, and I learned this from other Minecraft YouTubers back in the day, is when you're going to create a new house, don't. Start expanding from your first house. I mean, heck, this was the first part of my house right here, this little square, and we just kept going up and over. And yes, I do have a mansion, but as you can see, I did connect it to the house, so this is all one big mansion. And don't build so uniform, build all crazy like this. Make dangerous parts in your world. Don't light up everything, such as right here, I have a place called No Man's Land. There's no torches, there's booby traps everywhere, it's pretty dangerous, and we're going to be making it worse. Of course, I even have a section of the lab that's really dark. And of course, there's the chance of having creepers blow up your build, but take inspiration from that. I had a creeper blow up right here, and I'm like, you know what? It actually happened, so I'm going to make it look like an explosion happened here. I left the hole here and put some black concrete powder. And when you do have accidents in your house or whatever build you're doing, don't repair it with the original block. Throw down something else to make it look like it has been repaired from an accident. There are so many ways you can approach Minecraft. You just have to find that point where you're unique. Because obviously we can take inspiration from anyone. I took inspiration for a lot of my builds here, but I got to the point where this was all unique and made by my own hands. And at this point, this house is literally just a trademark of my channel. It is going to take time, but trust me, it will be worth it. I noticed my knowledge wasn't so keen about potions in Minecraft, so I went and built a potion lab and started learning more about them, how the effects affected different animals and creatures. And I also wasn't the best at parkour in Minecraft, so I built myself a parkour course to get better. I'm still not the best. So try finding something that you struggle in Minecraft and then make a build that will make you better at it. Have an old project or a build that you just simply don't work on anymore and don't plan on doing anything with it? I was once making a village for some villagers and I realized it was too far from home and they would probably most likely not survive out here. So I didn't touch it for a year or two and I ended up just turning it into an abandoned village. Make secret parts of your base. Something that if you had a visitor join, they would not know it's there until you showed them. Such as no one would know there's a second door right here. You just gotta find the hidden button. Oh boy, probably gonna regret this. Or such as the classic Batman piano that opens up into the black market. Oh no. I'm making a video, Red. You just got peaceful moded. As well, have a hidden lever that of course leads, oh no, I didn't mean to fall in. Well, crap. Into your, well, torture dungeon. Hi, chicken. Another good idea is to have one and only one test world, because then you can look at all your builds you've tested throughout the years, and it starts becoming its unique own little world. So I hope this short video kind of gave you some ideas on how you can, you know, have a world that lasts longer than a month or something like that. Because I used to be like that too, don't worry. If I felt like something wasn't going in a particular way, I'd be like, okay, I can just restart. And I just keep going through this continuous loop of wanting to start new worlds, and I never got to a point where I was getting close to defeat the Ender Dragon. I've only defeated the Ender Dragon on one world, and it's this one. But I will admit, my biggest motivator to stay on this world is being able to record it and have an audience that actually watches. So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.